Hi, welcome to my video. I'm Jennifer Roberts. You're catching me on my YouTube channel, Bitchute channel, or you can get me on my business Facebook page, all at True Divine 44. You can also get me at Instagram and Twitter on the True Divine. Any likes, shares, subscribes, follows, comments in particular, greatly appreciated, and much love to everybody who's doing that thus far. Thank you to the new clients and clients of old that come back to. You are helping me sustain my family, and I can't tell you how much I appreciate you helping me, allowing me to help you, and then therefore helping my children. I appreciate that oh so much. So I do daily energy readings, as you know, if you follow me. If you don't, I put out tarot readings that work with the energy also, and I give you a narrative of the day to help guide the energies of the day regarding the energies you might feel within you, around you, or within others. One thing that has kept coming up, which is why I'm doing this writing on the wall, which is where I share any psychic knowings, intuition, sorry, the dog's going crazy, here's Theodore, or just research, or all of the above. This is why I'm putting this one together just quickly in between jobs that I'm doing. Hello. So this is because the Hermit energy has kept coming up over and over again. So we've got the Hermit card here. It's a major arcana. And so I wanted to talk about it more because it's really poignant right now. The Hermit card obviously being an integral part of being the spiritual warrior and doing the most and reaching the highest potential on any life path that you're on. But right now, there is an intensity regarding the Hermit energy. There's an intensity regarding what it's calling us to do. And actually, the response that energy of the Hermit card is getting. So I wanted to just put a quick video together for those of you who I can feel and know are going through intense Hermit energies. And a lot of you are working through them so well. So one, I wanted to give this video as an encouragement, as a bit of a guiding, a bit of I don't know, a log in the river to hold on to a little bit, you know, while you're going through these energies, because although they can be elating once you get through them, during the Hermit energy, it can often be quite difficult. It can often be quite hard to navigate, particularly because the Hermit concentrates on the dark corners within. So if you look at this lantern here that he's holding up, to me, he's always the silent, blind warrior that just literally feels his way through by holding that space and time and that light into the darkest corners of self. And we are indoctrinated, we are trained and conditioned to externalize everything, to externalize what saviors we have in our life, to externalize our potential, to externalize how we feel about ourselves by the judgment of others. There's all of this externalization, and it is the wrong way around. It's the flipping of the script, that everything starts from within. And so it is a huge way for them, the so-called powers that be, the evil, the darkness, to take us away from our path, to make it so that we are easily conditioned, controlled, and triggered if we do not know how to harness the Hermit energy, which is knowing how to walk the inner path, knowing how to walk the inner grounds of self, how to navigate them, and most of all, not to be afraid of any corner of self. So we're taking this power back, and that's what this Hermit energy is about right now, in that it is so intense because we have come to a point coming into the new cycle, into the new age of Aquarius, that we are being reconditioned, retrained. We're re-remembering how the Hermit energy works, and we're navigating our way through that because we are clearing ourselves of the weakness that the so-called powers that be, any darkness or evil that it has a low vibe intent, has been using to control and manipulate us. So this is why the Hermit energy is so integral right now and so powerful to the cause that we are here to do right now. So I'm going to do something, and just, it's a bit of a experiment, so bear with me. I'm going to share the screen, and so this should show that I've got the pen here. So if we are seeing this Hermit energy in the middle, and the Hermit energy is the Hermit energy, it's just it is what it is. It is that silent warrior just holding that lantern up, holding that space and time for us to look at the corners that we need to look at, to transmute any wounds and to heal anything that needs to be healed, so that we are stronger. This is part of becoming whole. So we see the heart makes the 2 5s. So the 2 5s coming together, the 2 5s making the 10 is the whole. So I've depicted the Hermit energy as this whole, these 2 5s coming together to make the 2 5s, it being the 10. And now I'm being picky with the heart, and that's not what I want to be. So we've got this, and this is the Hermit energy within. Now, the energy that is being emanated from the Hermit card is the energy that is being emanated from the Hermit card. It is the energy of going within, of being in the darkness of self, of knowing self, of being able to face every aspect of self. So these energies are just emanating from the Hermit energy. And we see that, you know, these waves, this frequency coming from what is just the still there, the being of the Hermit. And so, yes, baby. So then we see that if we go to, let me find another pen to write with. 1 second.
So why does the heart have tentacles?
It hasn't got tentacles, baby. That's not what Mummy drew. It's frequencies.
What are they?
Frequencies.
Tell me what they do.
They're there. They're coming from the Hermit energy.
Well, I'll put this here.
1 second, baby, because I'm doing a video for people. So we've got people on either side. We've got let's see. This pen is not going to work, I don't think.
Which one will not? Which one will wear?
1 second.
I just rolled a clothing on the floor.
I'll find a pen. Bear with me.
Which
I'm
pen?
not great at this one.
Let's find a cool one.
Let's find a cool one for people. Pencil. No, oh, sorry. That will do. So we've got people on low frequency. So we've got people on low frequency and people moving into high frequency, higher consciousness. So people are responding to the energies that are around in different ways. So the Hermit energy is still just being the same. It's just being here. It's just emanating the Hermit energy. It's giving the energies are supportive for you to do what the Hermit does best and clear the inner grounds, to look at self honestly, to not be afraid of any corner of self. And so we see that with this separation of people that is going on right now, we see that this same energy has a completely different reaction in these different sections of people. And so we see that the low frequency people are actually challenged and feel challenged by what is the Hermit energy. So we see them being triggered. We see them being nasty, you know, they're having nasty responses. They're being quick-tempered, you know, so they've got the temper there. And so this is great for the powers that be, because the powers that be can hook into all of this. Now, the reason they're being triggered is because maybe they have had, when they were a child, a sense of abandonment, you know, so the powers that be can hook into that and feel that, you know, promises from government that don't come through. So we've got triggered there. We see that people maybe have been bullied when they were children and never did the hermit energy to clear that out. So therefore, they feel that they've been given a free ticket to be nasty to those that say aren't wearing masks or on going along with these ridiculous rules that are being set, which is deliberately so. We're seeing that they're being quick-tempered, maybe because, you know, they've never been taught as a child, or somebody was very quick-tempered with them and they never did the hermit energy to clear that out, to understand how that made them feel and to understand how that can make them grow. And so we see that on this side, the low frequency, things are getting worse. Reactions are getting worse. They're getting more intense. They're getting more frequent. Now we see on the high side that people have naturally, a lot of people coming into higher frequency have naturally known that they've needed to separate from many people in their lives that are on this side. They've needed to create space. Why? Because the hermit energy is silent. It needs space. It needs time to just ponder, to think, to feel its way through, and look honestly at self and these corners that you've hidden or oppressed or not wanted to face. So we see that we've created space in a lot of our lives regarding that the wisdom has come in that we cannot help these people. These people have to want to do the hermit energy themselves. That the frequency is there for them to take up on it and flip over to this side if they want to. But it's their choice. Nobody can give them the eyes to see and ears to hear, and certainly the hermit energy to feel. So we see that even us just having the wisdom to know that we need space to separate is triggering a lot of people in our lives that we're knowing we're having to separate from. They don't want that. They are needy. They are feeling like victims. They are enjoying feeling like victims to an extent, because then that externalizes the blame. And so we see that, you know, we might be triggering them even without trying, in that we just know that we need our own space to do our own thing, to do our own hermit energy. We see that there is liberation on this side, because although it might be hard for us to look at certain things that have happened, certain abuses that we've gone through, certain nasty energies that we've gone through, once we do it, and once we actually look at it and realize that it wasn't half as frightening as it was when we were just hiding it in a corner somewhere that the powers that be could trigger, then we see that we are liberated from it. There's a feeling, there's a liberation, there's an elation of that. So this is where the strength comes in of the Hermit card. All of a sudden, we have separated more from the powers that the so-called powers that be ever had over us. We are separate from their systems. We see their systems. We see them fully. And so we see the truth behind it all. So there's liberation from that also. The fact that we are in this energy, we are picking up on this energy in the higher frequency, and instead of it being intense anger issues, triggered issues, nasty issues, we are quiet, we're still. There's a calmness about us in this frequency, because there's this liberation that is happening. There's this stillness, which is exactly the opposite of what the powers that be want to create for people. They want to create fear. Because we are facing the most fearful corners of self, the things that we've buried, the things that we've been embarrassed about, these people, these beings, these powers that be do not have the same kind of hooks in us that they used to have. They can't hook into that. It's null and void. They can't get to it. We are distorting that frequency because of this separation from it. So that again, this stillness increases. And so this calmness comes over us. There's nothing more frightening to the powers that be when they are trying all of their old tricks and traits of MK Ultra style, and they are met with a stillness. They're met with a calmness. that does not make sense to them. That does not compute. That takes away all of the power that they held over you. And so we see now that when we faced ourselves, even the people in our individual lives that might have held things over us, that, you know, they've been nasty enough to say, you know, you stay with me or I'll spill the beans on this, for instance. There's a no F's given anymore. Because if we can face our darkest corners ourselves and be honest with ourselves, then we really do not care about the judgment of others. We really do not give that the same energy feedback. So from this hermit energy, that is the same energy in the middle here, it stays the same. It's still, it's just the energy of the invitation to go within. That lantern is always there within you. This hermit energy is always there within you. But the fact that the high frequency people are taking the offer up by saying, okay, then let's do this. You know, it's 2020, let's do this. Let's clear this out. We are responding to what the Earth's frequency shift is, that Gaia is clearing out. There's less pollution. She's clearing house. Things are separating. You know, that she can't. She's not in the same frequency. She's moving into Aquarius, moving into this outside of the box new age. It means that we are keeping up with that. This energy here, you know, this energy is in flow. There's a stillness, but there's a flow to it. Nobody is hanging on or harboring on to any past wounds. So we are responding by as if we are warriors in the field. All of this would be the training ground. So everything that you're organizing in your within that has gone on through your life, and not just this lifetime, this is a huge clear out. This is generational. This is Holy Grail DNA clear out. This is a collective clear out, which is why these people on the low frequency side are really feeling it and getting triggered by it, because they've got this inner knowing that they should be doing the same thing as the higher frequency, but they just can't bring themselves to do it. They haven't got the eyes to see, the ears to hear, and the heart to feel. So they are doing what the trees would do. You know, they are shedding. They are where this is in flow and in movement, they are shedding and they're turning into mulch. They're sticking on the ground, they're staying there, they're not moving. And so what happens? It rots. So we're seeing this rotting away of people's morality, that the masks are slipping. They're not able to even put a good face on it for people. So we are seeing the extreme of the low frequency in those that choose to stay in the low frequency. But on the converse, we are seeing the extreme of those who choose to be in the high frequency, which is this feeling of calmness, of liberation, of no F's given anymore, of being in flow, of being responsive, in the same way that this realm, Gaia, is being responsive to the frequencies and doing it to the greatest potentials. So while you're going through this hermit energy, and it feels like you've been going through this hermit energy so intensely for so long, I know that from the cards, I know that from the energy that I'm picking up, you are doing so well. And you are creating a weakness in here, in the powers that be, that have held this realm and humanity to ransom for too long. And this is actually what you came here to do. If you are in this category, then you came here to liberate, to bring peace, to protect the little ones, to bring balance again. And so to do that, we do need to do our own spring clean. We do need to do our own cleanse. And it couldn't be a better timing, you know, as if divine timing knew something, you know, but it couldn't be better timing coming up to this very powerful solstice of the changing of the guard, of the letting go of illusions of powers of grandeur that were God-given, when they're not. They've just been hijacked. So what we're doing is we're taking back our inner ground, and by doing that, by taking back our inner ground, we then on the outside in this realm, in this 3D reality, are putting out this frequency of the hermit, you know, and this is a powerful energy. This is an energy of great courage and calmness and balance and cleanliness, you know, it's coming with clean spirit. And we're not just doing this for ourselves, we're breaking the chains of all of the generational hurts that have gone through each and every one of our lines. So this is such a powerful energy, and I just wanted you to know, I'll do another video on it maybe when Little Legs is in bed. But I just wanted you to know today, I felt like there was some people, wait there, baby. I felt like there was some people who needed to hear this, at least just this, to give you a little snippet, a little bit of a stepping stone to then think more as to be grateful and proud of yourself that you are in this hermit energy and you're reacting to it in a high frequency way, that you are harnessing the energies in exactly the way the divine would want you to be harnessing them, that you're taking up this invitation, and that you're not just doing this for you, even though that's the most important thing to do it for. You're doing it for precious beings that come after you. You're being the warrior here. So if you feel like you need to sleep, if you need to shed a few tears, be kind to yourself physically, be ritualistic to yourself this solstice, you know, physically, you know, be ceremonial physically, because in your spirit, in your inner grounds, you are doing such great works, and to reflect that on the outside is important too. So whatever processes you're going through, do not do anything other than lift yourself up and be proud of yourself and speak powerful uplifting words to self, because you are doing awesomely. And I just wanted you to know that, for whoever needed to hear this today, I wanted you to know that I can feel you, I recognize what you're doing, and I, for one, am with you, going through the same energies, and also super grateful to you, because we're doing this for the people that come after us, the important beings that, you know, we need to leave it better for them. And I'm just proud to be here with you all that are doing this and going through these frequencies and doing it so beautifully. I can't say how beautiful it is to feel today. And I just wanted you guys to know, whoever you are, I know who you are, but you know, I wanted you to know. So that is the quick video. Sorry for the interruptions. I hope you got the gist of it. I couldn't find the right pen to write, but I think you got the gist of it. And just to give you a little bit of a pep up, a step up, and a bit of encouragement to say, keep going. Yeah, it comes with the laptop, that pen. So are you going to say goodbye? Bye. Much love. Stay balanced and stay whole. Mwah. Yeah. Mwah. Stop sharing. And end. Love you all.
By pressing that red button.
I need to press the red button. Do you want to say goodbye again? You want to press the red button? Yes. Go on then.
Where is it?
You won't reach with the pen. Look, you just have to click with the mouse.
Oh.
Can you do it? Good boy. Once more. Oh, it's not doing it. There you go.